you do maths, English, and science, obviously, with those, don't you? How are the other lessons going?
Um, English, I love English, is great. I don't have anything wrong to say. Fantastic. Science, also great. I particularly in science actually. One thing, sorry, one thing that I really love particularly, is like how you have videos. Like there's videos, there's explanations, there's so much like to explain it. Then you do the questions. And actually, one thing I also love about science, sorry, is the starters. So like you get a starter which basically recaps all the information that you've learned before. So like whether it be you're looking at the last lesson's topic or even topics from before, it's like you're constantly actively recalling all this information. And yeah.
Yeah. I think do you find that helps with one of the problems that you used to have with the retention? Because you said you used to forget a lot of the topics from school. So does that help you, or how does that help you?
Yeah, I really think that does help me because like instead of just like doing a topic in school, then forgetting about it, rather than forgetting about it, it's still brought back to me. So
Mm.
therefore like that information stays in my head so I don't lose it. And I love that.
Oh, that's good. And what about your teachers then? Like, how are they? How do you find? How do they support you? Do they hold you accountable, or do they? Yeah. What's the difference between the teachers here at Aim High versus the teachers at school? And you don't need to say anything bad about anybody, but I'm just saying, how are they different?
Okay, so teachers in aim high. I think both teachers in aim high and teachers in school are great. But one particular thing, teachers in aim high, they have more time for you. So if you have a struggle, it's easier for them to actually help you with that. They can give you more attention. They can zoom in more to what you're really struggling with. Compared with school, your teachers will help you, but obviously there are like 30 students in a class, so there is much less time for them to be doing such. Whereas in aim high, any struggle you have, they will go through it. And yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, perfect. I think that's all I've got to ask you. You know, you've really helped me kind of understand where you're at, and we want to see you go really far. And even if, for example, you ever do get into medicine, for example, or you're not sure, make sure you let us know because we can mentor you. We've got an in-house doctor, somebody who's become a doctor, who's also already mentoring somebody else from last year into getting into medical school. He got into like a private sixth form and he got in through scholarship. So we're trying to mentor him as well. We'd love to mentor you if you ever do want to get into medicine, or even if you want to get into politics or whichever avenue. Make sure you keep us posted because we can connect you with professionals that can help you get there. Because sometimes, obviously, you have to be good academically, maths, English, science, etc. But there's other skills that you need to be good at, and there's other experiences that you need. So yeah, just we can definitely help you and get that mentorship from professionals in the future when you're ready for it. Yeah, do you have any questions for me?
Just one question.
Yeah, go for
So
it.
I know like you're the founder of Aim High. So I just want to ask you, why did you decide to
Okay.
make it?
All right. Are you ready for my long story? So yeah, the reason why I started Aim High, there's multiple reasons. I'm going to take you all the way back to when I was a student. I was actually really bad at maths and just generally academically. I wasn't as fortunate to be like you, who's really, really good and can learn things really quickly. I was in the lower sets, and I would struggle out to work extra hard, and teachers had really low aspirations for me. No, it wasn't their fault. It's just because the predicted low grades for me were like D's and E's. That's like in this currency is grades 3, 4, and less as well. So, and I by year 10, I really wanted to change things around. It's not that I was a naughty student. I would work really hard. I just didn't get it. It just I was really weak. And then by year 10, I realized, no, I need to do something about it. Yes, we've got teachers, but like you said, in a class full of 30, you're invisible, especially if you're quiet. They don't see you or hear you. So I just realized I need to put the effort in. I would wake up extra early in the morning because that's the best time I had, like literally 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and just study, revise, and work really hard. And at that time, we had a family shop, a grocery shop, where I had to work there in the evening. So evenings, I had to come to the shop and let my dad go and have his break. and I'd be in the shop for the rest of the night. So at night and evening, I didn't have the luxury of time. So it was only in the morning I had to wake up early and get it all done. Long story short, I managed to get my GCSE grades, and at the time, I got 6 A's and 4 B's, and that was amazing for me, especially at that time where it was really hard to get grade A's, and my teachers were shocked. They predicted me grades E's, D's, and C's, etc. But I kind of surprised them. Went into sixth form college, uh, and realized that they told me you can't do maths because you only did intermediate and you got a B. And that was the highest I can get. You know how you said you get capped at a grade six? I got capped at a grade B. I couldn't go beyond there. I kind of sweet talked myself into the course, into sixth form. I said, let me do A levels because I really want to do engineering. And without A level maths, I can't do it. They said, okay, that's fine, but you're only going to get an E, a grade E. And I just thought, no, I'm not. I need to push through the obstacles I've got. And I had something called dyscalculia, which means like it's like the dyslexic version of maths, which like it's really difficult. Even left and right was really hard for me, as a teen. So I had to push through those barriers, push through the barriers, the fact that I didn't do the higher content in school, which meant that I had loads of gaps, and work through it, put the hours in, and I managed to get grade A in maths as well. And in fact, for my A levels, I got straight A's, and I was shocked. I think everybody else was shocked. Went on to university, did aerospace engineering, and I did my master's in there, did really well. But halfway through that, my dad passed away, and he passed away very young, which meant that I needed to take over the family business. It was a corner shop, and that's where Aim High was born. I'm going to come to that. So I would go to uni, I would open the shop after I come back, run the shop, come home, as in do whatever studying I can. Eventually, I graduated. I got my master's in aerospace engineering. Then I realized I can't get a job in that field in engineering because all the jobs are really far away or abroad. And I thought I need to find 1 year to kind of buy time to decide what to do with the shop. Because I couldn't leave the shop because it was our income for the family. I had to help, it supported my mom and my 3 sisters. So I continued doing that. And in the meantime, I did a teaching qualification. It's called a PGCE, where you learn about teaching, where you go into schools and teach, teacher training. So that bought me some time whilst I was running the shop. And then when I got in, I realized, hang on, I kind of enjoy teaching. It's really good. And I was able to make the difference to a lot of students who were in a similar situation, who just didn't get maths, who were struggling, who had low aspirations. And I noticed that, oh, I'm doing a good job here. I can change, inspire people as well. And that's when I had the idea. In the back of the shop, we had a butcher area. After my dad passed away, I didn't want to have a butcher's because I just couldn't manage all the stress. So I converted that into a makeshift classroom. It's only a small area, wiped off all the blood and everything from the ceiling, and then I found some tables that they were giving away in a school, made a makeshift classroom, got a few kids off the streets in that area. It was quite a rough area. The kids had very low aspirations there, and I started teaching them for free. And then whilst they were there, I would find their parents, call them in and say, look, your kids are working and they're doing something productive. They're not on the streets. And that's where it started. People started to notice that. They noticed the kids' attitudes changing. They were working harder, getting results. And then slowly I could start charging people for it. And then that's how Aim High grew, from the back of the shop in a small little table piled on top of a couple of baked beans tins. And then one thing led to another. We moved upstairs the shop where we used to live as a child. We used to live on top of the shop. I converted that into small classrooms, and then went to a bigger venue, and then we had a couple of venues, and then eventually COVID came and it wiped us all out because we couldn't teach anymore. Then that's when I transitioned online. I learned a lot of ways of teaching online. I learned how to market online, and we managed to grow online. And that's where, I'm sure that's how I know you, because otherwise I would never have met you. And then I realized I can actually help hundreds of kids online in maths, English, and science. I had an amazing team behind me, and that's where I made it my purpose. You know what? I want to make the difference to as many people, and many young people as I can, to unlock their potential, and help them realize just what they can do if they put the effort in, but if they get the right guidance, the right coaching. And yeah, that's where we are, and that's what we do at Aim High. And I'm really pleased when I hear stories about yourself. that's when I realized, all that hard work, all the sacrifice, all the giving up on what my original aspirations were to be an aerospace engineer is all worth it because I'm making so many other children go on and do so many amazing things in life. And that's the reason why, and that's the reason how Aim High was formed. Long story.
Yeah, but it was good.
It is, yeah.
Nice
So
to hear
that's
it.
I tried to get it as concise as possible. But one day I'll talk about it maybe in a webinar because there's a loads of learning points you can have from there as well.
Mhm.
The little challenges and how you can overcome it. And one of the main things is I want children, young people like yourself, to be resilient when things happen, when you get setbacks, just to push through it. Because I find that a lot of people they give up really quickly and they don't push past pain or they don't push past struggles, where on the other side of pain, struggle and fear is where the success is, and people come so close to it and then they go backwards. So I want you to be one of those students that push past and really aim high, because past that wall is literally, it's limitless. But thank you so much, Shanika.
Thank you.
I've really enjoyed this. It's become like a little podcast. I think we should do some of these regularly. But yeah, thank you so much, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Yeah.